Hello, my digital nomads, and in today's video, I'm going to be answering a question. How much money did I make after 1 year of being monetized? Roughly 1 year. Okay. So, to answer that question, let me first show you what I make this month. And that is around 2,265. It's still ongoing. I don't really know what it's going to be, but we'll say maybe 2,300 or more. Roughly 2,000, just to be on the safe side. All right, conservative side. And why do I bring that up? Because this is the number that you'll see most of the time for channels that, or other channels or some other places that will show you, oh, yeah, I make this much money per month. And then, buy my course or take my email or whatever the case may be. And I'm telling you, yeah, this is what I make per month. But I also want to show you, this is not the full picture. This is only what I make now. In order to make this much, I had to grind it out, and that's the part that a lot of people leave out because it's not attractive and it doesn't sell. All right, so let me show you the full picture by going to 365, and if you go all the way back in time to December, let me see, December 20 something ish. Let me go back here. December, September, October. All right, so if we go all the way back to December, I was making nothing, zero, 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 and then it was only until like February, I started making $5, $7. So this is the part that they leave out is, I had to, for a long, long period of time, I wasn't making anything. Or I was making chump change, $8.67, $11.44, so on and so forth. And I think this is important, right? Because this gives you a realistic expectation of what it takes to make money online, all right? And same with the views. Okay, I was making very, very little views. I was basically, it was so little, in fact, that I felt like oftentimes I was talking to myself. All right. It's kind of funny because when I first started, I was nervous. What if people don't like my voice? What if I mispronounce something? Sometimes I stutter, this and that. And then I realized I had the other problem. Like, people don't know who I am. They don't care who I am. And I basically feel like I'm talking to myself, and the views show it. And I'm not trying to, be comical about it. I just want you to be realistic about your expectations. If you're trying to make money online, whether it's through a channel, a blog, or whatever, expect this. Right? This is normal. This is part of the process because I had to learn a lot of different things in order to be able to build this up gradually. It's not like a straight line. I even had downturns. Look at this. Ooh. And then ooh, again a downturn. And if you just focus on this, you would think that you fell off a cliff, and then you get back up, and I go back up again, and ooh, another cliff, and I get back up again, and ooh, another cliff, and so on and so forth. But the overall picture is it's getting up slowly, kind of like a step, a weird step pattern, right? Not exactly. And I just want to bring up a basic analogy, to keep things in perspective. So when you're, trying to make money online, yeah, you have to grind it out. And the best way I can explain it is that when you work offline, all right, and you go to any kind of job, and you're the new person, the new guy or girl, yeah, don't expect to be the manager or team lead, or you don't expect to be the CEO within a month or 2 months of the company, all right, working for the company. You expect to maybe grind it out for a couple of years, and then move up to team lead, and then grind it up for another couple of years, and then move up to uh, manager, and then after that grind it up, district manager, and then after that you grind it up again, and you become like the vice president, and grind it up again, and sure enough, after a couple of years you will be the head honcho, hopefully. But if you play your cards right, and if you're skillful. But why do you expect when you work online things to be different? So be patient with yourself and manage your expectations. If you're not making money the first year or 2 years, that's normal. Right? You're learning, but you're learning. Don't think nothing's happening. You're learning micro skills that build a solid foundation. And the other thing, other analogy I like to use, if you're going on a date, after the first date, you don't ask to be, steady, or you don't ask to be exclusive after the first date, boyfriend, girlfriend. You expect maybe after getting to know each other, dating for a while, a couple months, maybe a year, to, progress slowly, right, in stages. So, when you work online, you should be patient with yourself. And it's not your fault if if you're impatient, right? Because the industry, making money online, is saturated with ads that will kind of convince you otherwise. So if you were to go into the make money online, right, and you type that in, you got $100 a day the lazy way. You got 223. Oops, sorry. I don't know what that is. So sorry, forgive me. You got 10,835 with AI app. You got $30 an hour, no experience, and all this. And if you don't, $5,000 a month or $150 a day. And the thing is, if you go to these videos and you don't make that much money, and within a month, 5,000 within a month, then you start to think something's wrong with you, because look at all these videos trying to tell you that you can make $9 an hour, easy peasy, and you can make $900 per day, right? Like, okay, but do they ever show you how you have to grind it out, or what's involved? I mean, if this was the case, if you can make $100 a day, just by watching one video and doing it the lazy way, then everyone would be rich. Everyone would just click on this, make $100 a day. There'd be no unemployment. There'd be no world hunger, and that would be that, right? So when you see a whole bunch of thumbnails that bombard you with these $100 a day lazy way, and I'm not trying to bash other channels. I'm just saying it's not a realistic picture of what you have to do. It's not the full picture. Yeah, maybe they do make $100 a day, but maybe they have a 10,000 leads, or 10,000 email list, or maybe they have a 1 million. Maybe they have 373,000 subscribers, and that's why they can make $100 a day with one email. You don't know. There's always a missing ingredient, and yeah, they had to grind it out to get to 333k subscribers, or yeah, they had to grind it out to get the lead list, right? And if you copy a big fish like that and you fail, because you're missing the key ingredient, leads or traffic or maybe subscribers or whatever, and then you think something's wrong with you, and it's not the case. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just your expectation. You have to manage it, right? You have to keep the expectation in mind that this is part of the grind. Okay, this is natural in any skill set, whether you're learning to play chess or whether you're starting something online. But the cool thing about making money online, I don't want to be all doom and gloom, but the cool thing about making money online is, unlike a offline job, you don't have to deal with as much politics. You don't have, people, your boss that, likes to play favorites, or office politics, or the commute, or all that. A lot of your ability to make money is placed solely on your ability to concentrate and produce content and improve the quality of that content. It's not 100%. There's also like some other things too. But, for the most part, where else can you get a job that does that for you? A lot of jobs I know, especially, I used to work for the government, there's a lot of politics. Your competency is secondary to your political IQ. All right. And that's why I quit working for the government. Okay. That's another story for another day. Okay. But, this is why I encourage people to go ahead and learn and how to make money online. And you don't need to buy a course. All right. For me to get to here, I just failed a lot. I wish I could tell you in a more attractive way, but you can see the dips. These are all failures. And all these failures were me learning how to do stupid things like build a thumbnail, or do SEO and you write a proper description or do keyword research. I had to take several courses and piece it together and try them out because there's a lot of misinformation out there too, to see what actually works and what doesn't, and what tools work and what tools doesn't. The hard thing about this is, unlike a job, no one really tells you what to do, the next step. You have to kind of figure it out in the dark and see what works in the dark. So, I pretty much took all those dips as every lesson I learned. Like, oh, I learned here, for example, oh, maybe I need to write, more SEO, or maybe I need to use a paid keyword tool, or, et cetera, et cetera. And in the very beginning, I'm going to be honest, I was cheap. When I was started out here, I was kind of jaded. What I mean by jaded is I bought a lot of courses from, JV Zoo Warrior Plus, a lot of big money online courses, and I got burned, right? A lot of them promising, X amount of money within 3 clicks, 5 easy payments, lazy way, easy way, whatever. And in the end, it just didn't work. And I got really fed up and burned. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and go blind, because it couldn't be any worse. If I'm buying a course and I'm getting 0 results, and I'm basically burning money to get no results. So why not just, throw out the courses and just go ahead and, just try it in the dark. And this is the process. This is the actual natural process of someone who had to learn almost everything from scratch because I was that computer illiterate. Yeah, I barely even watched YouTube, which is kind of sad. I might watch it once in a while at that time, but I had to learn a lot of things, like a title, everything, every aspect you could think of. I had to learn it, and that's why, and I didn't want to buy anything, so that's why I was jaded. Oh, this time I didn't want to buy. I was like, look, if I want to do it, I'm gonna use all free tools, because I don't want to pay any more money. I don't want to burn any more money. And I made progress, but it was slow. And then towards here, I started like, okay, let me cough up money for this tool, and then let me try this tool, cough up money for this tool, and then let me cough up money for more tools. So I started using paid tools towards here. All right, but in the beginning, this right here, I just want to be accurate with the representation. This is mainly used free tools. Okay, and it wasn't a bad thing. I had to learn really basic stuff, and I had to see if I could stick with it. So instead of really getting a whole bunch of tools and not knowing how to use it, I had to just go for free and build my habit. Now, this is what me building my habit of producing content for a while. All right. And then as I kept building content, getting used to my own voice, getting used to writing a script, getting used to basically buying better equipment, buying a microphone, and so on and so forth, and using different AI tools, I eventually increased my views, and eventually as well as my income. Now, that being said, if you want to learn how to do like the tools I use, and if you want to learn the process of how I personally, make content quicker using AI tools and grow a small channel, then I have a course for you, right? And it wouldn't be fair for me to share everything, because people paid money in my course to learn it, and I also spent time and effort to research it and the tools I use. So if you're interested in that, I just have a link in the description below, and if you're interested, you can go ahead and check it out. But I'm gonna be honest. This right here was me basically trial and error. Not very attractive, but it works. And then this beginning part right here was just me buying a whole bunch of different courses, trying to build a basic foundation. And what I learned is most of these courses are, it's basically the stuff you can find on the YouTube kind of academy, YouTube Studio Academy, or YouTube within YouTube itself, just rewritten, rehashed. It's nothing quite new, right? But it still gave me confidence enough to try different things. I wouldn't say it helped or it hurt, but I think I lost a bit of money here. I think it was kind of a learning phase, right? And basically, what I have in my course is basically all the tools I use and all the lessons I learned through my process that has worked for me. Now, nothing in life is guaranteed. Okay, I don't know, your skill level, your commitment, how much content you're gonna produce. But I'm gonna tell you that all I can show you is the one way that works for me, and I'm gonna also give a disclaimer. Most people, they choose to do nothing, so they make nothing. Okay, and like if you brute force it, this is what I call brute force. If you just produce content and then you try to improve your content gradually, 1% every day, 1%, 1%, 1% a week, or at least, then eventually, I don't want to be cliche, but you should see some progress. Okay, so long as you're consistent. So I just wanted to wish just to share that with everyone. Please have a happy holidays, happy and safe holidays. I just want to share the truth. If you're online and you're struggling and you're kind of frustrated, don't be so hard on yourself. This is part of the learning process, and it happens to everyone. Okay, including me, and that's a normal process. So please stay strong, be consistent, and if you have any questions or comments, please shoot them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.